Hariharan, that big balloon, this balloon has been spoken about so much. People saying this 40 crores, 50 crores, it went up all the way to 80 crores. This balloon is not worth it. That really lit up the sky. It's the balloon that delivered. That's what we're saying. If it had started raining, then that 80 crores would have been considered a lot of hot air, lots of gas, lots of hot air, nothing coming out of it. But the fact that the balloon looked as spectacular as it did really lifted spirits and lifted the quality of the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, when I went there in the afternoon and they told me that you have to go on the stage and where I had to actually sing the song. So I saw this balloon. So I said, I don't think I can manage to stand there with the balloon up. He says, no, it's going to go up. I said, okay. And but the way, I mean, it looked like a UFO kind of some outer space aircraft, with all the lights. It's not only a balloon, but it works as anchoring all the lights, and it lights up the stage, and it's a multi kind of faceted thing, gizmo. And for some time, when I was singing, and after the song I didn't realize there was a sky above us. And then I saw the stars. I said, "Wow, okay, it's an open air thing," because it was looking amazing, the whole balloon concept.
He was the one visual spectacle that made it special. That's something which no one in India had seen before this, and really lit up the ceremony.
When I saw the first presentation, I saw the aerostat. I was absolutely fascinated with it. I had never seen something like that. And I, kept telling Virap, I mean, this is something I've never seen in my life. It's gorgeous. And it was absolutely, on the presentation, it was something which was so spectacular. When I actually saw it, I couldn't stop looking at it. But especially with the visuals on it, it was incredible.
But Charu, everyone who's now hailing this as being as incredible would have changed his tune had it started raining. Then you got this ugly spectacle right up there, which is for serving no purpose, and the swords would all have been out. So that's how much luck plays a role in this, and how much small things going this way or that can change the whole perception.
Well, absolutely true, of course, and I mean, God forbid that would have happened. Which also brings us to the point of should we have overstretched and gone for things that are weather prone, the success of which is weather prone. And I personally am quite happy with a shorter opening ceremony, a tighter opening ceremony still. And even if it's shorn of technological delight, that's okay, because it's really for the sports persons to come in there and enjoy themselves. The spectators, yeah, a show or two or three, make it nice and tight, make it as weatherproof as possible, and at least you have a winning formula. Because if we are sitting there praying for better weather or better this or better that, which is not in our control, that just makes things, open to your flanks, open to a lot of potential disaster. Luckily, it didn't happen. Everything went well. So far, so good. But, there are many other points that we can talk about the games. And the first really is the fact that all the negativity before was all very, very specific to, say, a dog here or a broken bed there or a bridge, which was disastrous. But within all of that, what tended to happen is because, the public consuming the news doesn't get 98% of the rest. And the trust of the games fell away. And that is now very difficult to repair. An opening ceremony cannot, because you need to sell all the tickets earlier. You needed the hype, the hoopla, everything was meant to be earlier. Now that, if it returns and the games are over, what's the point? So, that balance to me wasn't available, and it was only all negative, to the point where people were saying, should we cancel the games, which was quite ridiculous. So that lack of balance, I think, is still hurting the Commonwealth game.